Hey guys, we're gonna let this notification, I know I didn't put this out on Twitter, so I apologize for that. We're gonna let this live go out and make sure this started so I can see my chats over here. We'll let the notifications go out and let folks come on in the room. Come on in the room. We'll let y'all come on in here tonight. I know it's late in the U.S. Hello, Miss Deanna. I've been thinking about you, honey. I almost called you today. The queen is wearing her natural hair tonight, honey. Wearing her natural hair. I need some extra lights, I think, here in my little dungeon, my little studio. How you doing, Miss Deanna? Hello, Miss Mary. Hello, dear. Let a few more folks come on in here, and then we'll go on to talking. Good, good, very good. Yeah, I'll get with you. I'll get with you. I'm glad to see you, sis. It's been a minute. It's been a bit of a minute. All right, we'll let a few people come on in here. Hopefully these notifications will go on out. I haven't been, well, I was live earlier today. Let me let Lee know I'm on live. Hang on 1 second. And then we're gonna go on and talk. You know, I know sometimes when I'm doing the talks, people don't necessarily. You've been working like crazy, yeah. Oh, you have a date with a Libra, yay! I'm so glad, so glad. All right. I should just tweet out. Good, good, good. I'm glad you are, honey. That's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing. Oh, hello, Miss Kimberly. Hello, dear. I read your comment and I commented back. Very good. Now, no hermits. Hello, Lee. Shemaya, the shaman. We're just going to let a few more folks come on in the room. I got the mellow music on tonight, y'all. I got the mellow music on. You know, I'm looking at the output here. I need to look at that too. Okay, we're going to go to talking. Just a few more minutes. Just a few more minutes. I wanted to chat tonight about stepping into purpose, you guys. I'm going to... Oh, good. Good. Yes, you should have hope for better days, love. You should definitely have hope for better days. So y'all let people know that I'm on. Let your friends know. The folks that hang out with us. Let them know we're live. And it's on and popping tonight. Well, not really popping, but it's on. So, I want to talk about stepping into purpose tonight. And I hope you guys won't get bored with it. It's a very near and dear discussion for me. Stepping into purpose. Sometimes, you guys, our purposes can be scary. When we really start to recognize our purpose, no matter what it is, It could be opening a business. It could be becoming a practitioner, a local practitioner of some sort. It could be, hey, Miss Suri. It could be, gosh, a number of things, right? Whatever your purpose that you've seen, it doesn't have to be, hey, Cassandra, blessings. It doesn't have to be something huge. A huge by, let's put it this way, huge by man's standards. You know, sometimes people think, well, you know, it is Lisa in here? Okay. They think, oh, well, my purpose must be something like I'm supposed to speak to like hundreds of people or whatnot. It could be, or you know what I'm saying? That it could be, hey, Sag Fire, I know my worth. Yes, love. I love that you typed that as your name. I know my worth. I couldn't see it this morning. That's so important. Now, every time you see your name, all you're going to see is I know my worth. Sometimes we think it's to have, you know, when we think of purpose, it's like we look at, oh, well, it must be meant for me to have this huge YouTube channel, or that's a purpose, right? That's a meaningful purpose. It could be, you know, oh, I'm supposed to, you know, oh, I don't believe I'm supposed to speak to thousands of people, or I don't believe I'm supposed to do this, or I don't believe I'm supposed to do that. Have some like big spiritual practice or ministry. But I want you to understand that that everybody's purpose, we all have a unique purpose, although some may be similar to others. But everybody's purpose touches lives in some way. Everybody's purpose is important. Everybody's purpose is planned. Everybody's purpose is critical for the greater good. And not only is it critical for the greater good, it's critical for your good. We should never underestimate, belittle, or invalidate anyone's purpose. The plan that they set out for at the beginning of their lives. In the time before time, when we sat with the great I am, when we sat with Creator, and we discussed what our life would be like. Yeah, I know, I'm tired. I'm so sorry. But I had to get this out. And we sat with them, with him, with them. Yes. And when it was decided what we were going to do, then because they knew us before we were put in our mother's womb, and they consecrated us and set us apart and anointed us for what we were to do. We have a divine calling. We have a divine purpose. We have a divine mission to do while we're here. And it is our job then to not only rediscover what that is, but then also to fulfill it. So never underestimate what your purpose is. And when you see your purpose, when you rediscover your purpose and your plan, when you rediscover what it is, hey Tawanda, how you doing, baby? When you discover what it is you're put on this earth to do, and what you are to get out of this life. Hey, Lisa Marie Brain. When we discover that, sometimes it can be a little scary, you guys. If you guys don't think that from time to time that I don't get overwhelmed, y'all, I'm probably going to start crying, so just note it right now. If you don't think from time to time I don't get overwhelmed with what my calling is, oh boy. You know, I'm always going to put it out here. I'm always going to be very upfront and transparent, because that's how I live my life. There's some things I keep from y'all. Y'all don't need all the tea. But if you don't think from time to time I don't get overwhelmed, if you don't think from time to time the weightiness of the calling doesn't get to me, hey honey, I haven't emailed you back. I apologize. We will reschedule this for this weekend, okay? I hope all is well. It does. Sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it looks like it's too big. Hey, Angelic Quest. And I'm not saying y'all, I love you guys. So I just want you to, I'm being this transparent because I believe that whomever is here needs to hear this. Because I believe that there are, and everyone that really interacts with me and interacts with us on a regular basis, you've been drawn here because you know you have a purpose and a plan on your life. Thank you, Don. That you have a purpose and a plan, right? We all do. And sometimes it can be a little scary. Especially when it takes us outside of our comfort zone. Right? When it takes us dead outside our comfort zone, it can be a little on the petrifying side. Everybody under the sound of my voice, I'm sure, and those that will hear this another time, will know that I believe you all of you are gifted in some way. And I believe the majority of people that's come and stay for, especially for chats like this, you're healers, you're ministers of light and love in some fashion. And that's why you're here. There will be those that come, thank you, Angelic. There will be those that come that are really coming because they need our help, right? And they need the gifts that we have to give, and they need our support and our love. There'll be those that start coming because of that. And they might not ever hit YouTube. They might hit our lives in another way. But everybody under the sound of my voice and that will listen to this later and that will actually pay attention to it and hear it, you're here for a purpose, right? We're all healers. And this is not about to be a commercial or anything like that, but I need to share this with you guys. That the reason why I'm doing these, it is a lot done well. It can be. And that's why I'm here to help us grow. All of us empaths grow. I'm here to help us. Because even I myself, if I'm going to be transparent, I've become a tad bit entangled with some people that I care a lot about. And that's the hardest. When you so desperately want to help someone. Anyway. And I'm glad I met you, Lisa Marie Brain. Mary says, as I get older, I realize the youth needs our life experience. Yes. To help them understand their path. Yes. Very much so. So, the reason why I'm doing, where is it? Over here, I think. Why I'm doing this conference and I'll do more all over this country is because my purpose is to help those that are like me. Okay, baby. Lord have mercy, I went the opposite direction. Wherever that thing is, the Propel and the Purpose conference. I'm trying not to make you cry, girl. Sometimes I get on here and I be boo-hooing, but I wait till late at night, or late for me. Is because my calling is to teach and train and help heal those that are called to the similar path. Those that are the light workers and the healers. Those that are the mothers and the aunties. Those that are the shamans, those that are the entrepreneurs, and those that are just you're walking your path along and you may never have a spiritual practice ever, but everybody you come into contact with, you will be able to help in some way. And stepping into that purpose, I will tell you, yes, it's my spiritual journey. And I'm happy and proud and thrilled with it. I couldn't be prouder. I couldn't be happier. And I don't mean pride in a haughty way. I'm proud that, and I'm humbled all at the same time. I get to serve all of you. And I'll get to serve many more. Some that are well-known people or maybe very well-to-do people, and some that aren't. It doesn't matter. But stepping into your purpose, that first step is a doozy. And I'm not gonna lie to you, there's other steps that are doozies too. And sometimes it seems too big. And sometimes it seems like, how can I accomplish it? And then in those moments is when I reach back to Creator and I say, I can't do this, right? I can't do this. What do you mean? What do you mean you want me to travel all around the country? Lord, this ain't gone right with this, and this ain't gone right with that, and this ain't gone right with the other. And I'm right here in Madison. What are you talking about? And then I have to remember. And then they say very gently, you're not doing it on your own. You're not doing it. You're the vessel. That's when all those old sayings, from church, as much as, I'm not going to be back in the church, y'all. As much as that is, those old sayings, but God, when they would get up, when the mothers or whoever would get up in front of the church and get a testimony, and all had broke loose, honey. I mean, all was lost. And then they would say, but God. You see, in the moment that it looks too big, and in the moment that it looks to be too much, that is when Supreme Source, that is when the Creator steps in and says, it's not too much. Nothing is too big. Nothing is too much for Creator. Nothing is too much for love. Nothing is too much for the universe. Nothing is too much for spirit. I am an infinite being. I am an infinite and divine being. Beautifully and wonderfully created, and I was anointed and consecrated to do just what I'm doing right now. When all looks lost, remember that you are an infinite divine being, wonderfully and beautifully created to do this. You were born in this time, in this space, for this purpose. You have been anointed and granted all the gifts that you need, and then some. For this purpose, for this time, for a time such as this, you've been brought here. I've been brought here. When it seems too big, but God. When it seems too much, but love. When it seems like all is lost and it cannot happen, then love steps in and the Creator calms the storm. Thank you, Miss Mary. Thank you, Miss Mary. I do believe there's a lot of women that need healing. There's a lot of men as well, but I do believe there's a lot of women. You see, and there's a reason I think there's only women in this chat right now with us. So I'm going to say this, and I don't mean for the men that'll hear this later on, I don't mean no harm. But I met someone over the weekend, and the gentleman I was talking to y'all about that I met over the weekend, very spiritual man. And he said to me that the frequencies at which women speak and sing are healing frequencies. They are frequencies of peace and frequencies of love and frequencies of joy and frequencies of healing. That the female, the divine feminine voice that we carry, carries power. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but that's what he meant. And so if that's the case, then I want all the women under the sound of my voice to hear and know this beyond a shadow of a doubt. Beyond a shadow, beyond any shadow at all. That we are the healers. Do you hear me? Yes, men can be healers. But we are the healers. We are the life bearers. We are the life carriers. We are the light bearers. We are them. And even if you've never birthed a child in the physical realm, your divinity, your divine femininity bears life. And it carries the promise. It carries the seed of promise from a seed through its gestation and into birth, realization. The divine feminine in all of us bears fruit. Are you hearing me? It bears fruit. We have been ordained and perfectly and wonderfully created to bear fruit in this earth. We have been ordained and beautifully and wonderfully created, yes, to speak life into a dying world. We have been beautifully and wonderfully created to speak life into one that's hurt, and to the injured and the downtrodden. And that's why so many of us have had so many issues. So many of us have had so many assignments of destruction, because we bear the ability. We are the life and light bearers. We are the bearers of fruit. We are the birthers of nations. We are the birthers of the movement. And we need to walk and talk and act and be as such. Hello, Alice. Do you understand what I'm saying tonight? I made sure I called this Rulings from the Throne for a reason. Because even today, beloveds, with some things that occurred, I got off my throne for a moment. I got off my throne for a moment. I took my crown off for a moment. And I said, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this. Right? I didn't sign up for it. Creator, you gave me words to speak. You gave me an assignment. And it seems like there's those that aren't listening. I got off of it. I stepped down. I stepped down for a moment. Yes, Alice. You know what? I'm going to come back to that. You were exactly right, dear. Let me get back to that because I need to bring that up. I stepped down for a moment. Even I did. Yes, I did. And then a friend of mine at work came and went past my desk, and I'm literally at my desk, and he's very spiritually in tune with me. You'll meet him. He is just a friend. You'll meet him later on in this month of April. We're going to do a webinar on oils. And I stepped down from my throne, and he came over by me, and he said, you know, it's going to be all right. Everything happens for a reason, and everything happens in its season. And it's going to be all right. And I looked at it, and I looked out across spiritually. I looked out across the throne room. And then I picked up my crown and I put it back on my head. And I sat back on my throne. And I said, I run this. So the things I don't discount small beginnings. I don't discount the little things. When someone may email me and say, you've touched me. When you all get in the chat and you say, Lisa, this what you said, just like Alice just said and Mary has said, it's no small thing to me. And sometimes stepping in your purpose means you're taking small steps when you might want to take giant leaps. Because you're like, I finally grabbed a hold of the whole thing. Let's go. But then you got to have your desert. You got to have your desert moment. You got to have your Bedouin time. You got to have your shepherd time. You got to have your time of throwing your stick down, letting it turn into a snake and picking it back up. You got to have that time to practice. Do you hear me? You got to have your time to practice. You see, beloveds, I'm finally recognizing once again, I thought I had been through my little desert time. I didn't know there was a repeat, baby. No, honey, you have to sometimes spend time in your desert over and over again before you go to the next level. Because you've mastered it here, but now, oh, good night, my love. You've mastered it over here for that set of circumstances and that set of tasks. But now here's a new level and you need some new skills. Right, beloveds? You might need some new skills at that new level. So you're going to have to take a new stick. Because the old stick with the old tricks ain't going to work. Those skills that were over here that worked ain't gonna work over here because it's a whole new level. We got to teach you something new here. I had to get me a new stick today, y'all. I had to realize I've been throwing down a new stick. I didn't realize it, but I'm throwing down a new stick and picking it back up. I have a new group of people that I'm guiding, and I take it very seriously. So I had to get my new stick. And where maybe last time when I threw my stick down, it might have just made a garter snake before. And then the next time I threw my stick down, you know, maybe it might have made a rattlesnake, so I could hear the rattle go off. And maybe this time now when I'm throwing that stick down, it's a deadly silent viper. Or a king cobra. But every time I throw it down, and every time I learn to pick it back up, it's a new skill. So that when I use the stick the next time, I can stick it in the sea and it parts. I can put my stick in the air. I could put my rod and my staff in the river and it turns to blood. Did you notice that the things that Moses learned in the desert with the stick, he only used that once? Or a black mamba. Yes, yes, auntie. I want y'all to notice something else too. He learned that in the desert so that he would have faith that whatever he put his mind to, whatever Creator said to him to do, then he did it. He just followed. He didn't doubt. And that all came from the practice run in the desert. So don't bemoan the desert time, because that's where your faith gets built up. Okay? When you're stepping into purpose, you need some desert time, because your faith has got to get built up. Hello, dear. Hello, S. Marie. Hello, Star. Thank you. Your faith gets built up. Because he didn't stick that rod in any body of water and turn it into blood when he was in the desert. Now, did he? He didn't do that. No. All he did was throw it down and pick it back up, and it turned into a snake. So when he went into Pharaoh's court, that was the first thing he did. He threw it down, it turned into a snake, it ate everybody else's there, it ate the other snakes up. Next time he used the stick, it turned everything into blood. He didn't use the stick that often. But when he used it, when you use what God gives you to use, when you use the tools God gives you to use, as you grow in faith and as you grow in purpose and as you walk out your plan, let me tell you, all of a sudden that tool that he gave you gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and you conquer more and more, and everything opens up for you until finally the Red Sea parts so that you can walk across the sea and your enemies drown behind you. Nothing can stop you. Thank you, Namia. Do you hear what I'm saying tonight? Thank you, Alice, for bringing Moses back up, because Moses is the perfect example of someone who had to step into his purpose. And it really seemed as if, when he left Egypt, it was like, and then he was called back. Well, he thought he knew how he was going to fulfill his purpose. He thought it was going to be by his own might. And then he left Egypt and said, well, I can't do this. I'm out. He took his crown off. He left his throne. He was like, I'm out. And then he went off into the desert. And then when he was called back again, he was a much more humble person. And the way that he fulfilled his purpose, the way that he fulfilled his purpose was not even remotely close to how he imagined it was going to be. Release the process. When you step into your purpose, no matter how scary, no matter how frightening, no matter how big it might seem to you, take that little step. And you might go a step here, a step there, a step this way. You might be going zigzag. It's not always going to be a straight shot. But keep taking those steps. Right? Keep taking those steps. Because eventually, as you're learning this and this and this and this, you'll take all those lessons and then you can leap. And then you can part your Red Sea. And then you can cross over. But you got to learn a lot first before you do it. I had to learn a lot first, right? Step into your purpose. 1, I see you, Netta. 1, spend time in prayer, in meditation, to hear what your purpose is, right? I think most of us have done that. Ask. If you have no idea what you're supposed to do, just ask. Trust and believe you're going to hear it. Ask. 1, ask. And then listen to that small, still voice. And then 2, find you a mentor in that purpose, or that can help you along your way, right? Find you someone that can help you take those steps. Because there's teachers out here like myself. You don't have to be with me. You be with somebody else. But find yourself a mentor. Study. Everything you need to know. Grab it. All the infinite wisdom you need. Stay in meditation. Get it down in your spirit. Thank you, Lisa Marie. Get it down in your spirit. Get it down in your heart chakra so that you can emanate it and put your energy into motion. Find you a mentor. Study. And then start practicing. You don't have to have all kinds of degrees and certificates and all of this, that, and the third to start practicing, to start walking in your purpose. As you find the mentor and you can work with each other. Find somebody that's doing what you want to do. Find somebody that's doing it. Yes. You're so welcome, Namia. And that if you hear in Spanish, girl, if you hear in Spanish, sometimes the languages of angels sound like our languages. They're very close. Meditate. Listen to the small, still voice. Get the vision. Make it plain. Let it drop into your heart. Remember, your heart sends out an electromagnetic field 60 times as strong as this one, as your brain. You can get the vision here, but it's got to drop down here. And when it drops, it comes past your throat chakra. It comes past your spiritual and your physical voice, because it has to be spoken so that the sound wave can recreate. Can go create, can go manipulate the molecules. And then your electromagnetic field draws it to this time. Do you hear me? See it, right? Envision it. Get the vision. See it. Speak it. And let it sit here. And as it sits here, and you send your energy out, you send your faith, your electromagnetic field out with that which is coming from your throat, it creates. Because energy must follow the sound waves that has been spoken to create it. The creative process, the manifestation process happens from sound. Hello, Triple G. Now, I've said all of this to say this, beloveds. Remember I said that women, we have the frequency of healing and we have the ability to birth. We are the bearers of life and light and love. I say all of that to say this. As I come around the country, I want you all to make, and perhaps into Canada, I want you all to think about what that means, to what that can mean to you. I want you all to think about your healing practices. I want you all to think about your healing callings. I want you all to consider spending time. Underneath the energy. It's being offered. The first offering is right here in Madison. I'm only going to keep registration open this week. I have to have a hard count by Friday. And the deposits. Consider it. If you're close enough to drive, drive in. Consider it. Because yes, this is my role is to help teach and train and heal and all of that, help heal. But then your role then is to take that and exponentially spread it out all over the country, all over everywhere under the sound of my voice. There's a reason why there's only a few of us that are watching this, and probably will only be a few more. I don't know. But we can't let love of others block us from our purpose. We can't let others' purpose outshine ours. We can't let other people's light outshine ours. We have our own light. We have our own light. It's time for us to walk in it. We have it. We have our own purpose. And our purposes can be intertwined. But don't let anyone dampen your purpose. Don't let anyone put a bushel over your light. Don't let anyone do that. Okay. I've gone enough into this, y'all, tonight. I done bored y'all long enough. And you know, I'm gonna tell y'all something too. We might not understand why certain people do things. And it might seem wrong to us. But there's probably an area of pain and an area of wounds and unhealed injury that we don't know about. And so just love them through it. Netta, you're not bored. I'm going to read some of this here. Thank you, Suri, for that. The energy healing session. Yes, y'all. It's really important. And I'm not going to have that much time to do them this week. Coming into the next couple of weeks, it's going to be real tight. Alice, you said when you meditate, you see bright colors, but you're still not there yet. What do you mean by still not there yet? I need to put some more sage up here. I burned some sage. I'm not usually a sage person, you guys. But I got some white sage and it's been sitting on my table. Unused. I really felt the need. Yeah, Alice, what do you mean you're not there yet, love? Yeah, I'm not usually a sage person, but I've really been feeling like, you're a sage person? Used to see colors too? So what do you mean? Yeah, I've got the white sage here. This really isn't burning as well as I'd like for it to, though. It must not be quality stuff. I have to go to a different place to get it next time, because the place I got it from this time. Yeah, I got the white sage. Yeah, there we go. I do too. I saged like I saged my house today before I got on. Hey, Gloria. I have no idea who I'm pulling these cards for, so we'll just see what happens. Might be for all of us. Might be for one of us. All right. This is the story I've gotten. The Temperance card. You know, the Temperance card, I always say, has more to do with alchemy, right? She has totally let herself, she is just, you see her hands are illuminated, right? And she has two cups down below. And she's looking off into the distance. Yeah. And then she's finding peace by doing so. So it's like we have to, what I'm hearing with that is, it's time as we're stepping into our purpose and our plans, stepping into the purposes that we were created for, it's time to let it all go and stop trying to control it, right? Temperance is typically alchemy. Temperance is typically, you know, the perfect mix between spirit and earth, if you will, between spirit and third dimensional, and having patience throughout the process. Thank you, S. Marie. You know what, Alice? You may see a little bit and might not see it all. We don't really, most people don't see their purpose in totality immediately. If you wish, I can do a quick, like, purpose. I can pull a couple cards for you. And then I have the High Priestess. So listen, everybody, it's time for us to follow our life, purpose, to follow our intuition. It's time for us to begin to discover the secrets, the deep secrets that have been known but not known. It's time for us to discover, right? It's time for us to discover spiritual wisdom and ascension. And I believe, you guys, we are coming into a time where so many things are being opened to us again that have been sealed from before. There's a lot of spiritual knowledge and energy knowledge, energetic manipulation and manifestation knowledge that have been sealed from us, and we're reopening those records. And with the Seven of Wands as a clarifier, not only are we to open it up, but we're to protect it. Because not everybody is gonna understand it, and some people are gonna want to try to misuse it. And we have to protect it because we're birthing a movement. We're birthing an awakening. We're birthing an ascension with the Empress. And then here's the Ten of Wands. Now I'm going to tell you something with the Ten of Wands. It's two women and they're equally carrying as much of the burden. We have to allow ourselves the company, right? We have to help one another carry the burdens together. Right? Because we have so much to do with the King of Wands. There's great desires that we have. And with the Magician, that are meant to come manifest. But we can't do it alone, right? We have to allow Creator to help us carry the burden. And we have to help one another carry the burdens together. Now, Miss Alice. Ooh, one more thing. I'm digging the sage. Okay, Miss Alice, let's see what I can see for you. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something, Miss Alice. I haven't tapped into all the gifts I have either. I don't think anybody has. I'm discovering new gifts all the time. Sometimes right here live. What do we have for Miss Alice for her life purpose, please? I wanted to see things, but all I could see was white light. So, it's like something has been blocked. Well, the fact that you could see white light, Triple G, tells me that You're on the precipice of discovering what it is. You're going in the right direction. I would give it time. I wouldn't worry too much. I would not worry too much. All right, Miss Alice, let's see what I'm getting for you here. I'm rather fixated on this page of crystals, Miss Alice. We're going to get to that a little bit more. Okay, decisions. It's decision time, Miss Alice, and I feel like you're already ready to make that decision. You're making the path. The decisions that you have to make, I don't think are that overbearing. I feel like it's just like you have to make a decision just to let go. Thank you. The decision to be at peace with the Four of Swords. Okay, thank you. So Spirit is saying, as you're going along the path and you have choices to make, Miss Alice, follow the peace. If one way seems like it's like, oh, just don't feel real good about that, you're your solar plexus, then don't go that way. Follow the peace. This page of crystals really intrigues me. I have the Eight of Cups. Usually the Page of Crystals, if you look at her, especially with the her crown chakra is illuminated, that tells me automatically it's literally new plans that are downloaded from her, from on high, in through the crown, new ways to make abundance. With the Eight of Cups, that probably means the way that you're making money right now is not going to be the way that provision comes to you in the future. I don't know that it's serving you. Yeah. And here's another Six of Swords. You may end up traveling. You may end up moving to a different city in order to solidify your purpose, in order to live it out. And then I have the Three of Cups, the Empress, and the Four of Cups. Have you ever thought about doing some level of counseling of mothers, young mothers, unwed mothers, teenage mothers? Miss Alice? I'll wait for your response. Women of some sort, but I keep hearing mothers. I hate that this is such a delay. I've got like 2 computers. I'm waiting for it to pop up. I hope you're still with me, Miss Alice. Yes. Okay. A center for young unwed mothers or teenage mothers, whichever way it is, underprivileged, whichever way it is, Miss Alice. I see that for you. I see that type of a counseling center for you. But you're going to do it in a different way because you're going to have, it's going to be very spiritually, esoterically based. Reiki crystals, herbal, very holistic, very much ministering to the spirit. Hey there, how are you, love? Knight of Wands. I don't know what your sign is, but I do see this coming to you quickly. The ideas coming to you quickly. However, don't operate on them quickly with temperance. Have patience. Don't run after it. Get the alchemy. So get the foundation down first. Yeah. Plant some seeds and let them grow first with the Nine of Wands. And protect your idea. Protect your plan. Okay, because this once you protect your plan with the 6 of Cups, then you're gonna see it. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be a blessing to such families. Yes, Eliane, new month, new beginnings. And so we've got the Strength card again. I don't know what sign you are. If you're a Leo, if you're a fire sign, I don't remember. Pardon me. I'm sorry, Miss Alice. But I feel like it's going to take quiet strength. What I'm kind of hearing is that this is going to be quite unconventional. That thing called patience. I know I can't stand that word. With the 8 of Swords, Knight of Swords, excuse me. Communication is going to be easy between people you need, and you're going to have a lot of choices for locations, choices for counselors to come and help you, work alongside of you. I also hear choices of grants and other money that you won't have to pay back. Yeah, and 2 of Cups. Look at this 2 of Cups. It has the rainbow in between them. Because this is the promise that was made to you. That you would have this thing. You'll do it. You'll do it. That's the promise that was made to you. You'll do it. There you go. But you're going to do it in a new way. In a very esoteric, metaphysical way. That's what I'm getting for you, dear. I hope that helps. And trust and believe you're going to need all the spiritual gifts you can muster, honey. Because when I was working with them teenagers, it was a mess and a half sometimes. I love my teenagers, though. I hope that helps you, dear. Okay. Wonderful. That's beautiful, Eliane. I love that. You may not do it in the city you're living in, Alice, though. I don't know why I'm feeling like it's not going to be... Well, the cards came out that way, but I feel like it's not going to be that city. I think it's going to be somewhere else. Alright, guys. I hope this helped somewhat. I am become a light healer with my gifts. Are you asking, are you to become a light healer with your gifts? Or you know that's what you're supposed to do? Marie, are you coming to the workshop? That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. You're in Aries? Well, there you go. That was where the Knight of Wands came in at. Alice, you just left your job, didn't you? Oh, you are a light worker. Very good. A light healer. Wonderful. Oh, honey. Y'all gotta manifest before my next one. Y'all have to manifest that money, honey. Naimia, are you still in here? Because I emailed you back. I hope so, Marie. Yeah, you guys. I think the next one, April, July, end of July-ish. July, beginning of August will be the next one. You guys have plenty of time. Alice, did you just put your 2 weeks in or something? Are you the one that just put your 2 weeks in? Alright guys, I'm just get to wrapping this up. I want to do a little bit more chat and then I'm going to get to wrapping it up. I got to figure out how to not have so much of a delay between my OBS and my stream. It's getting on my nerves. I like having the card cam there. Oh, Lord have mercy, I got my big old wad of sage. I like having my card cam there for you guys. But the delay is just brutal. You're welcome, Miss Alice. You're very welcome, dears. What am I thinking? I have something to do tomorrow. I might come on tomorrow night and read. I might not. I'm not sure yet. Mercury's already out of retrograde. Hey, Janet. That's okay, honey. We were chatting tonight. You can watch the replay. We were chatting tonight. Dropping some. So the ruling from the throne tonight is step into your purpose. Get busy. Get busy. Yeah, no, I just did that for Alice because I was led to do it for Alice, dear. Tomorrow I'll probably read. Tonight it's been a tough day for me. It's been an interesting day. At any rate, you guys, heartofinspiration.net. I'm gonna probably not be taking too many people for energy work or anything like that this week. This must be it. What do you mean? What do you mean, Miss Janet? Yeah, till about the 17th. However, we can only take registration for the conference up through the end of the week. So if you're really thinking about it, oh, that's funny. If you're thinking about coming at all, you got to put your registration down via PayPal by Friday morning, because I have to give a final head count. Oh, no problem, Angelic. You and I need to chat too. I haven't forgotten. You're 1 hour behind me. I might try to call you. I would love for that to happen. I would love to work with everybody. I just want to have just a school, honey. That I just want to work with everybody. Stepping into your purpose. Yes, that's the ruling from the throne. We don't have time for you not to. It's time for y'all to step into your purposes. It is time. I know, girl, look, if you knew everything that's been going on in my life, child, look. It's been a lot. I should, Janet. I should. Y'all don't get me to thinking, because I've been figured out how to do. I've been figured out how to start a school, honey, for the gifted. Yeah, I think that's going to have to happen. But we got to have a lot to do before we do that. We have a lot to do before we could do that, y'all. A school would be awesome, but you guys, it takes money to do that. We'll figure it out. Okay, guys, I'm going to get on off of here. Yeah, I know. See, I never should have. This is how these conferences started. One day I said, oh, I should come around and do conferences or workshops. And it's that Aries sun, y'all. And then, oh yeah. So now I'm doing the workshops. That's how this whole thing got started. But if I can be honest with you guys, let me just be, since I've been open and honest up until this time. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you, Janet. I love you guys. If I could be open and honest, not only does it take money, right? But you know, people have to be willing to invest in themselves. Okay? So it's great to start the school, but you know, you also have to have students. So we'll see. We'll see how that can work. We'll figure it out. All right, y'all. I'm going to get me a little rest. We'll see you guys in the morning. Registration will only be open until Friday morning, early. And those of you that have already registered, I'll be talking to you shortly. We're talking about food choices and stuff. They will. We'll figure it out. All right, guys. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. Hey, if you guys know your purpose and you're ready to step into your purpose, leave me some comments. Some comments, not the chat. Some comments below. Let's get this this video like trending a little bit, so we can all step into our purposes. Right? It's time for us to get in place, because there's a lot of people that are going to need our help. And I'm only one person, so we need all healers, calling all healers. Maybe that's what I'm going to start doing, putting out the call for all the healers. Calling all healers. All right? I love you guys. Namaste. Bye-bye. Janet, what do you need to ask me? I saw that before I went ahead and signed completely off. What is it you need to ask me, love? Do you want to email me? Janet, email me, honey. Thank you, Marie, honey. I love you. Okay, email me, baby. Janet. Alright, guys. Now I'm for real. I'm out. Talk to you soon.